Hey guys, EB here, and welcome to another video of Scratch, of course. So right now we'll be continuing on from the last episode, and we'll be making the jump animations, moving side to side, stuff like that. You know, the basic. So this is what we have right now. Costumes. If we pick this, then it knows what to go, or what to change to, because I've only picked number 3 or number 4. But what if we started on like this position or this one? Then it wouldn't move because it would be 1, neither 3 or 4. So the easiest way to do this is equal to, and then you add an operator, which is bigger or smaller than, or if the costume number is smaller. Wait, did I just do something? Oopsie. Duplicate. We'll just pop that back in. The only thing I have to change here is the 3. And we're back. Okay, anyways, the way to change it would be to change either one or the other. Instead of an equal, to be if it was bigger than 3. Or if it was or equal to, with an or in there. So then you have like this. If the costume number is equal to 3 or is bigger than 2, yeah, or if the costume number is bigger, actually no, if it was smaller than 4, or if it's smaller than 3, actually smaller than 3. So if it was smaller, then this would be 3. You go looks, you would pick the costume number, or then you replace it. So now, which side is it? Now it knows what to start. So you just copy this, duplicate. You only need to do it for the one, because then it would automatically start switching to that one. Okay, and then there you have your fix. So now when if you start it, you press start. You can move it now, jump, go. We also, when we start and receive this, we should turn it back to the first. Switch costume to, okay, let's move these out because we're done with these. So when you receive the start, you should switch to the first costume. So then when he starts, it starts like that, and you move over and stuff. If I were you, I'd probably make the moving side to side faster, maybe double speed. And then if you see, so if you could see, it starts at 7. Let's start at 0, 0. So when it starts, not only will that, but it will also go to 0, 0. So if you start it, it starts at 0, 0. Then you jump, you know, stuff like that. So now that the moving is done and we set this up, so now every time the start button is pressed, we want, you see how it's this picture instead of this one, the idle. We want to make it so that when it's not moving, it goes idle. So operations, we need or, and we need to go sensing. 2 of these might need 2 knots. Yes, 2 knots. So then you put them together. So there's the command. So then that means if neither you put right or left arrow, So if the right arrow or the left arrow are not pressed, then it's gonna go back to animation. And by doing that, you put it in you put a forever loop, then an if with this in it, and you switch to costume 1, and you also put this at the end of the first when the start, because then but see, now you have a problem because it's not. So forever you would so when it's not pressed, but you see how it is pressed, right? That's because we need to let it have time. So so instead of when the key is pressed, when the key is not pressed, when right arrow key is pressed, switch to costume. When right arrow key is not pressed, switch to costume. So now you move one side, but this, you see, it jumps in between. So with a forever, instead of using the forever, you would use a repeat until. Repeat this with the if inside, and if it's the not with the or. You would repeat this if this is not like that. Well, you would, I guess you could just, instead of using the if, you could just put this into the repeat. But that still might not work either. Well, it does work. It does work. So I would do this. So when if repeat until. Well, there's an easier way to do this. Here, wait, let's see. So and or and then not. So the or, you put or, and you put if right arrow or left arrow are not. Now I think about it, that might be the easier option. Pressed. Then switch to costume. You put that in I think a forever loop, but we'll see if this works. It works now, so you see it works. But if you see, whenever I press the button, he jumps up a little bit. Our character jumps up a little bit. You see? The reason for this is because of our costume. Our costume is higher. So you would just select the whole thing and move it down a bit. So just do that with both of them. And once you save it, then it all works out fine, better. See, we're all good. If you tap one button, only one thing happens, but you see, we're walking now. So I'm gonna increase the steps to 9, maybe. And we'll see what this does. Oh, I see where the problem is. Or not here. Okay. So now, you see it goes faster. But what we want is to make this transform into, so when you touch this side of the screen, it teleports you back to the other side, and it also makes you makes then like a new ground come up. So we're gonna bring him to the side, wherever you want him to start from. You pick the coordinates, and then you put a command for when. You put a when command, or like an if. or wait. Either one, they work. So you could do when or wait until. Then you would go motion, go X position, because that's the X position. The Y shouldn't change. So if the X position is bigger than not 50, but we'll just go 100, see if this works. If it's over 100, then we want it to send a broadcast, either that or to go to that position and change to the next map and change next to the next backdrop, and then you put this in a when you receive start. So then when you start it, you get sent to this thing, you go over, he gets transferred to the next map. The easy way, if you have different terrains, is to go back down and then set the Y to the what you want it to. So -15 would be the floor. May I also mention, the characters, they can in fact go through walls. So you could add like a little secret bonus or whatever. You could also make it to change to make this the Y a variable. So then you could set whatever, you can make a Y be variable. So you would set gravity or whatever. You would set and make a variable Y. You would set Y to be the Y position when when you receive start, and you would put that in a forever loop. I'm just gonna see if this works. If it put it, no, I'm just gonna put it in a in a new one. So in a new forever loop with a start. So then you have that, and then you can set your variables so that it becomes like, you see Y here, so you could make it go to Y. So then you start, you jump, and you keep falling down because it knows where your Y position is. So that's a cool little addition. I'll keep that there for now. And as you see what we did, but that was a bit too much. So we want to turn it off. We don't want it to do anything, and we want to find the point where you would jump. So right here, that's the point I would put. So you would put 240 is right here, and you put it back under, and then you click it, work, and you continue, and then you just play. So then you just keep on doing this, and you can upgrade the speed and stuff, and I have no idea what we might do on the next episode, but we're probably just gonna finish the background and stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, bye.